Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's P to Z up on the mic. Hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry and subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.
Hello? Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hey guys. Sorry about that sigh I just had right there. It's hard finding flights these days.
Especially on a holiday.
Chris is on a mission.
Especially on a holiday. I am on a mission. You know, we got people to see and things to do. You know, it's
I mean, if we're gonna be spending $800 between the two of us, at that rate, I'm gonna say let's drive.
How long does it
$800?
take? How long does it take?
17 hours. 17 hours. I'd rather almost be broke than to be in agony
That's
for
true.
17 hours.
Agony? It'd be a great damn road trip with me.
Oh my! It's not about that.
I'm sorry, I just smacked the table because I went through the mic, but
It's just the driving and the driving and then the driving.
and then more driving.
Oh, it's a long ride, man. I've done it. I did it for the original Sonoya Dead Bash. I did it. I think I did it one other time.
Yeah, I forget. I think it only takes us 15 to get to Sonoy, I think. Because it'll take us 17 to get to our new house. I know that.
Damn. Yeah, the worst I've ever done is when we did 21 hours to Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, it's
That was rough.
a
That
long
was
trip.
that definitely threw me off being in a car that long because I had never been in a car that long, and the most I never been in a car was probably like 9-10 hours driving to North Carolina, and so like it was weird because we left at 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, and we didn't get there until 5 p.m. 6 p.m. whatever the hell it was the next day, and it's really disorienting actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like your eyes are just bloodshot and staring at the highway go by. It's terrible.
Lucy wants to know if you want some cheese with that wine.
Sure. I would love some cheese, actually, with all the wine. Yeah. I would take some cheese.
Lucy's talking real big for a person who's gonna be within spitting distance of us.
Yeah,
In a month.
she's about to get rock bottomed into the fucking pool.
Oh, I didn't say Chris rocked.
Okay.
I'm so delirious right now. You know, the sleep deprivation is real.
I was able to swallow finally, thank God. Shut up. Shut the F up.
Even Xavier knows there's something wrong.
Yeah, no, we're okay. Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, we have an audience tonight. We're being watched.
Filmed in front of a live audience.
Filmed in front of a live audience from the couch. Yeah, I'll look for. We're going to continue looking for flights after the podcast. After the show is over.
I'm suggesting you guys take a train.
Oh. Do those still exist?
Pine's not wrong.
Yeah.
What is it?
Americans aren't keen on that. That's not a thing we do.
Yeah, we don't go get on the choo-choo and go to Paris for and then come back.
Yeah, we don't have the fancy European trains you guys
Yeah,
got.
we don't have the transcontinental Euro trains.
The Euro rail. I don't know.
Yeah,
What it's called.
I don't know, the speed rails or whatever they call them. Well, speed railing, that's another thing, but
I feel like there was a Lucy joke in there somewhere. We love you, Lucy.
So guys, what did everybody think of the last The Walking Dead mid-season finale? That's not the finale yet. It's just the mid-season. Ryan?
I thought it was great.
I did have some things that
I'm just gonna.
I thought it was
I'm gonna
good.
sip my tea.
I thought it was good. Obviously, I did have some things that I don't know. I just some things that don't make sense, but I mean, obviously that comes across in like a lot of the episodes. What I do want to say right now is if you're watching us and you're having a great time, or if you're not having a great time yet, you will be. That's rest assured. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. We would like to have one of these, or maybe two of these.
You're really pushing it.
And then subscribe. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you can hit that little notification bell too, and then ding, you'll find out when we go live.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We identified there was an issue.
At the beginning of the video too. I can't believe
Right?
this. Yeah,
Usually
I'm
that's like
gonna
a sign off.
I'm
You know,
probably gonna do it in the middle and at the end as well.
whoa. So you're gonna do it at the climax?
Wow.
Yes,
Podcast?
right at the climax of the podcast. I'm gonna interrupt to tell everyone to give a thumbs up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. So yeah, guys, what'd you think of yeah, they are very powerful.
Dave, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you remember this, but when we were just beast mode, every single fucking week, there was one person. I don't know. I have my ideas of who it was, but there was one person that made it a goddamn point every single week to give us a thumbs down,
Yeah.
and it was our only thumbs down. It pissed me off.
You some bitch.
Yep, I remember.
Don't
that.
think we don't know who you are. You'd be fooling yourself if we don't know who you are.
Well, we don't know which one of your personalities it is.
Well, there's that too. So yeah. But it hasn't happened in a long time, which makes me think that, you know, things have gone to pasture with that. So yeah. Notification always rings 2 hours after the stream. Well, look, I can only tell you what YouTube tells us to say. It's up to them to get the notification out. But you know, you click on the bell, you get the little notification. If it's 2 hours after, well, then you got to submit a complaint to YouTube and tell them to get on their shit. So yeah. So guys, where do we want to start off with this episode? How do we feel? Do we want to start from the nitty gritty, right from the begins, or do we want to jump around? Can I just say that for The Walking Dead and for the Apocalypse itself, I know that this is a very well established community, but can I just say they must have a Sephora downtown somewhere, because Max's makeup, the skin, a few of these people in the Commonwealth and that we've been introduced to, Pamela, the eyebrows, the makeup,
the pedicure.
huh?
The
The pedicure. I mean,
Pamela's pedicure.
yo, we're on point. The
So-
Commonwealth has a Sephora, y'all.
I've put some serious thought into this, right? Because I noticed the same thing. Because you guys know that I pick apart stuff like that. Because while you have to have a suspension of disbelief in a certain sense, because this is again a fictional TV show, but I like to pick it apart because there has to be some form of, wow, that could actually happen, or that's how it really would be. And I thought about this, right? What is the Commonwealth all about? Classism. Right?
Mm-hmm.
About the division between the upper class and lower classes. And lower class meaning also middle class. And Pamela makes a kind of like an interesting statement in this episode where I forgot what exactly she said, but it was a very classist statement. And I think was she talking to Max when she said it?
Probably.
Was it about the money for the?
The money.
event?
Yeah, the money. For,
That's right.
Using the
It was-
money for
yeah.
a college fund or something like that.
Yeah, for scholarships.
For scholarships, yeah.
Scholarship. Yeah.
And she was like, well, we have to keep the money with those who
With the event.
what was it, Renee?
It was. It's for an event. I can't remember what the event was
Yeah,
called.
it's the
but they were,
event.
like,
Yeah,
organized
all the
event.
extra money goes towards the event.
Yeah.
Stay with the
Yeah.
event.
And so we can imagine it's probably some bougie, masquerade ball or some shit that the upper echelon have every year or whatever. And so I'm sure that's what she was referring to. The upper class, what they're all about is appearances, right? That is how you distinguish the upper class from the lower classes. And so, of course, what?
Max ain't worried about appearances, but she's showing up with the pickle jar on her right arm.
Oh shit, a pickle jar, Rafe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, she really grabbed that gherkin.
Here's number 2 gripe.
All right.
Here's number 2 gripe. How did Eugene go from being who Eugene is to scoring 2, not 1, but 2 of the
Class A hotties?
Class A hotties.
Yeah.
In a matter of like, I don't know, whatever it was, a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the dude wakes up with the morning grin again. I'm like, oh,
You know why?
this mother.
You know why? Because chicks dig the nerds, bro. We're making moves.
First of all, the first one had to do it in order to get close enough.
Yeah, she liked it though.
Did she?
Yeah, she had that after morning glow.
She ran.
No, she didn't.
ran.
She laid in bed and read his manuscript.
Yeah, well, she needed to get the diggy down dirt.
Yeah, well, she didn't hang out because she was having fun.
But I'm just saying, like, this guy, you know, I just, out of nowhere, now he's hitting grand slams. Come on.
See, that I could fall in line with.
And that's what really triggered me to really zone in on Max's makeup. Like the close-ups and then like, oh god, the kiss, it was cringeworthy. I was like, it was just bad. But then I was like, yo, this chick's eyebrows are like perfectly edged. The makeup has got the glow, and this is in the morning before she's like, you went to bed like that. You went.
I woke up like this.
Yeah, you woke up like this. Like what? I'm just like, good God. This is supposed to be like no man's land shit. I get it. You're an established community, but I would still would you, Renee? I mean, do you think it's like non-realistic?
I mean, if you
Like you can have, obviously
I'm
you can
sure-
have makeup.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure you have hairstylists that have survived, and you know, if you can have a bakery and you can have ice cream and you can have electricity and everything else, why can't you have a salon where you can get your nails and your hair done?
But how are they making the makeup?
Well, you can make makeup, natural makeup. You can use all kinds of. I mean, you
Look
can
at
use
Sabrina Generito.
herbs and plants and things to make makeup.
Look at Sabrina Generito. You know, she played.
Yeah, I know it's organic. I get it.
But my point is that like a lot of what they do is it's organic. It's natural. It's.
I mean, like American Indians, they use plants and things, you know, for makeup and things like
Someone
that.
in there just
So
like with a pumice stone is hammering it out because the guy has some new fucking lipstick.
I'm just saying there are ways. I don't
Can
know
you
how
do
they're
get up a
doing
little
it.
faster? I'm sorry, Renee. What were you saying?
I hate you.
I'm just saying it's very. I think it's unrealistic, but at the same time, I think they could make a case for it. I
Yeah,
suppose.
I agree.
I don't know. I just felt like her makeup was well done.
Yeah. Well, she's a beautiful woman, though. She's
Of
very,
course,
very pretty.
and that's that
So,
goes with problem number
you
2, and she was Eugene. Like, come on.
You just don't like Eugene. You're willing to shit on him about anything.
But he still hasn't made up for shit. He hasn't made up for a damn thing. He's not even there when they're discussing everything. He's making Max do the dirty work because he's a coward. He's a cat. Yeah, I think you're gonna be the one that goes and steals the paperwork. Fucking doofus fuck. Oh god.
Someone's a little angry.
Yeah. Speaking of someone being angry,
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Daryl, what?
Mm.
You leave me alone.
Who's talking to you? Daryl, seemed very angry this episode.
Daryl's great. I love him in this episode.
Leia.
Leia.
What is it? Leia. One word, Daryl. What is it? Leia.
And he just makes random grunts throughout the
Yeah.
episode. You know, like a caveman.
Oh God. Let me see. Wait. Oh, never mind. They're just talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So to kick off this episode, they open up with our friend, and you have to, where they start the episode. To me, right? Did I see this right? Where they start it with Hornsby stepping on like the blood and the skull.
Yes.
That
Like the guts.
is that Marco's head he steps on? because it's like they start the episode there, but then that scene happens later in the episode.
Yeah, but
I was trying to figure out if that was Marco's head or not he stepped on, because I was like, oh,
I thought
that's
it was a
pretty.
walker, but
That's pretty cool.
thought it was a walker, but I
mean,
guess I didn't pay
yeah,
that.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
It's a really dark. I obviously only watched the episode. Unfortunately, only watched it once. Yeah, I know it's head juice. Is it Marco's head juice?
Head juice.
Head juice. They said that's head. It's his head juice. I know it's.
Because I mean, it is at Hilltop.
Yeah, it's at Hilltop, and it's
Yeah,
right
it's at Hilltop for
outside
sure, but-
where
Yeah.
Marco got shot in that area.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
So I was wondering. I was
maybe,
like,
yeah.
ooh, did he just step on Marco's blood?
But I don't think
His
it is
head?
because that body is badly,
Oh, is it?
badly burned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he's far enough away from the house where Leah set the fire. So I almost have to imagine it was somebody that was in the house when it caught fire, and it killed them, but they turned into a walker.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because we saw a lot of the walkers come out of the house.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. All right.
but
I wasn't sure if it was Marco or not, but Dave said it's a Marco for sure.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. Because when I looked at it before, and when they're zoomed in on him, it looks badly burned.
Oh, okay.
Really badly burned. But if you look at it here, that's definitely where Marco
Oh,
was.
yeah, that's
and
him.
that's how he landed.
Yeah. So Marco, yeah, so he steps on Marco's head.
Right? I mean, like, that's... I don't know if you can see it, Renee, but...
yeah, I can't.
It's hard
Yeah,
to-
well, because they were by the vehicles, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty. I mean, because when I saw it, and I was like, wait, this is where, you know, it's like they showed the scene twice. So I was like, oh, they started it right at this point. Because I think at the beginning it says 19 hours before an act of God or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, I figured it was Marco. I just wanted to clarify that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Maggie bringing Herschel to Negan, yeah, and everybody. You know, number one, like Negan once again, he's like he goes, I don't want to, not that I don't, what he says, something like, not that I don't like being down in a whisperer wormhole, wormhole in the ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they're just all huddled, literally, in like this tiny little confined area in the dirt. And I mean, is this like I was thinking, is like this like the Underground Railroad kind of thing? Like they had did they have a tunneling system? Like kind of.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. It looked like just a
Right,
hole.
it looked
so
like
I
just
don't-
like a hole, but the ladder goes down, so I was thinking, okay, maybe they just dug out like a bunker to hide for a little while. But I mean, you have to imagine, is there supplies or what else is going on down there? Because it's everybody from that community.
Yeah.
It's everybody who is housed up in the in that building. So
Yeah, and maybe it was something. Maybe the Riverbend community had. Maybe it was something that they had established in case of an emergency or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I did like, though, this is the first time we've seen Maggie admit out loud that she's turning a corner with Negan.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so, Negan looks at Maggie and is talking about Herschel and says he doesn't trust me. And she goes, yeah, but I'm starting to. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't expect her to say that now. I thought that was going to be like a last 2 or 3 episodes kind of thing. You know what I mean? But that was cool to see. And you could see it in her face that her body, the way it used to be towards Negan, was that she'd be really tense. And she'd just be like, her posture would be straight. But now when she's saying that, she's a lot more relaxed, a lot more calm than she was before. And so it shows that she's actually, acclimating to Negan, as weird as that is to say.
yeah, and like Pi pointed out, I said this earlier, but it's a mid-season finale. There was no major deaths. I mean, Leah, but we all kind of knew if the battle came down between Maggie and Leah, who was going to die, because who's in a spin-off and who's not. Thanks AMC for ruining that for everybody.
Yeah. That's why I was very surprised when they started making announcements about other shows. They could have simply, Maggie and Negan spinoff. It's called Isle of the Dead. They could have said that there's a spinoff coming for New York City, and it's called Isle of the Dead. Yeah. And they could have accomplished the exact same thing without saying who's in it.
Yeah.
And then they could have done the same thing with Carol and Daryl and whoever the hell else is getting their own fucking show.
Oh yeah, for sure they could.
Because now they have to survive essentially.
Yep. Yep. And through the whole, like, since the last episode to this one, they keep doing the locust thing, you know, and as like an act of, you know, a sign from God and all this other stuff.
That was actually pretty funny. He goes, what did Negan say?
He goes,
man, if that's not a sign from the big man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I liked how Negan said, you know, that she had, you know, big balls, Maggie Ree, and I liked that he called her out as Maggie Ree. I thought that was a respectful thing from him, you know, like acknowledging that. So I thought that was very cool of him to do that.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's doing all the right things. He's doing all the things that, you know, he's obviously worried about Annie, you know, because he, you know, says that, you know, he wants to go along, and Maggie immediately says, no, you saved him at Riverbend. You know, you need, you know, and he's like, he basically like, you know, the kid's not too fond of me kind of thing, you know, and she's like, well, I am, you know, I'm growing, you know, you're growing on me. So, but yeah, like, as far as like deaths happening and everything like that, Marco was a nobody. We really had no attachment to this character. He just showed up as one of, you know, Maggie's new recruits.
You know, and speaking of that, Pi brought up a great point, and it was annoyingly obvious that they weren't going to have a major character's death this episode.
Yeah.
And so they wanted a death because of the mid-season finale, blah, 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 whatever. So in the last episode, 2 episodes, whatever the hell it was, they brought in essentially an extra with lines, with scripted lines, and made him the sacrificial lamb to be the one to be killed. And it's annoying because it's like, well, you know, adopt a play out of Game of Thrones and don't be afraid to kill off major characters. Yeah. You know, we're in the home stretch now.
Yeah, earlier seasons they would have killed somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you look back
because they did. I mean, they did most of it. Yeah, a lot of the mid-season finales, somebody died. I mean, somebody important died.
I mean, you look back to like when Shane died. I didn't expect that. I thought that was gonna get dragged out a lot more. When Sophia, you know, when she died, when we found out, you know, saw that she was a walker, I knew she was gonna be a walker at some point. I didn't think that they were going to do it that quickly. I thought they were going to drag that out. And, you know, there's so many characters that I would have thought they would have dragged out, and they were just very quick to kill them off. And now they're trigger shy.
Yeah. Well, trigger shy, or did they tie up all their triggers with the spin-offs because they can't really kill anybody that's necessary because they're going to have their own damn show, you know? So it's like, I don't know. So, like, if there was a point where you could have had a key death happen in this episode, it was when Lance had him and his group searching places, and then he sent the other group with Daryl, Aaron, and Gabe, and they're clearing out places and everything. And I forget exactly what's said over the radio, but Gabe picks up on it, meaning, like, whatever, I forget the exact transmission over the radio, but Gabe picked up on it because I think Aaron questioned it, and Gabe was like, it means eliminating your, you know, it means like taking out your allies kind of thing.
Well, that was when the guy was on the ground, though.
Oh, was he on the ground?
That out, so that's when they had the guy on the ground, and they he said, "Where's his location?"
Yeah, Daryl had the gun. Yeah. Daryl had the gun in his head.
And he said about 10 miles out, there's something about clearing the field.
Clearing the field.
But I think they were just trying to get, when they were in the house, I think it was just, they had just decided they had to break away from the Commonwealth because they could see what was going to happen. I mean, Lance knew they were involved. I mean, like, he knew, you know, he wasn't trusting Aaron and Gabe, knowing that these people just didn't randomly leave them alive, you know, and that stuff. So I think it was just leading up to that. But then when he told them that that's what he said, then they realized that they were going to get rid of everybody besides their allies.
And I mean, Gabe and Aaron get like slightly injured during this gunfight.
Yeah.
I mean, look, could I really nitpick it and be like, so you have three of our heroes, battling a whole group of trained Commonwealth military soldiers. So it's like, none of them are wearing armor. They're all just wearing basic clothes. And, you know, you got, once again, you have Gabe aiming down the sights with his blind fucking eye all over again. I'm like, have we not been able to eliminate this from happening yet? Like you can stop it on when they're all aiming down, and you can clearly see him looking down the blind eye. And I'm like, I thought we would have gotten past this by now. Thought we would have gotten by it by now.
I think what's annoying about this is they should have and could have very easily killed Aaron in this episode.
Yeah.
And I think that would have made more sense.
I mean, I don't know. It just, of course, all the gunfire brings on walkers, which seems to assist them in their escape because, you know, they only attack the guys in uniform. You know, it was good. You know, and they got to make it theatrical and everything. But yeah, it just, I don't know. The whole.
Well, I thought it was cool. Did you see the snake that was crawling on the bus? There was just a quick little clip of the snake. So I thought that was kind of like symbolism, like, you know, it's acts of God, and the locust, you know, that's a biblical thing.
Right.
And I thought maybe that was like a Satan, like little thing, like of Satan, you know, because I thought maybe that was just like a symbolic thing representing Satan in the episode. Because it was just quick. I mean, it really served no other purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that, and I was like, "Oh, is somebody gonna get bit by a python now?" Like
that. I mean, yeah, because it was just a little, yeah. So.
And I mean, I don't think that pythons are that wild of a species down in Georgia, or you know, or you know.
Well, they're in Virginia.
Virginia. I mean, you know, I guess the apocalypse. You know, all the zoo animals have gotten out. So yeah. Dave says this is the only episode I've ever disliked. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I didn't dislike it. There's just things that I don't know.
Could have been done differently.
Just stuff that I feel like we had such a good series of episodes, and then I feel like right here where like they really needed to make it that, you know, get ready for the next 8 and then it's done kind of thing. I don't think they really did that until like the final 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
You know?
I think as a whole right now, my problem is I'm getting feelings of how I felt with the last season of Game of Thrones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they tried to cram in one season, what should have really been 2 seasons for anybody that's watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And so they had to rush. Everything felt rushed. That's what I'm worried about. We have 8 episodes left at this point, and I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot that has to happen in this 8 episodes to tie up as many loose ends as possible, and we have 8 hours to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I the thing that I like, which I was thinking about today too, is in the comic, there's like this massive jump, like in the final episodes of the comic, there's like this massive like jump into the future. I think it's like 20 something years leap into the future where like Carl and I think Sophie are married, and you know what I mean, like there's this huge time jump. So
it's like 25 years.
Yeah, I think it's like 25 years in the comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like they're, you know, they construct there's like a statue of Rick Grimes, you know, that they construct and all that stuff. Like I said, Carl and Sophie are married and everything. That obviously.
I mean, and at that point, the walkers aren't even a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not even a threat anymore.
Right. So like.
I mean, they're still present, but not like. Anything, you know.
So it's, you know, I'm wondering what kind of time jump we're gonna see. And
I don't know that we're going to see it, because if they're still talking movies and they're still talking spinoffs and things, I don't think we're going to see a huge time jump.
I think
because
with Lance taking over the 3 communities, which talking about Oceanside later on, I want to talk about Oceanside because there's part of our group, there's people who were, I think, supposed to be at Oceanside that we don't even see in the final lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I forget his name, the musician guy.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke and his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Julia.
Julia.
You don't see them in the final lineup at Oceanside. So where the hell have they been this whole time? So yeah, but you know, that's later on. But yeah, I don't know if like, so he takes over these 3 communities and then, you know, we're going to just see like another Savior's Whisperer battle, you know, in the final 8 seasons, you know, like, is that what we all really want? Another battle with,
it's just very played out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it goes with the theme of Walking Dead, though, right? To fight the dead, fear the living. You know.
Get it, but I mean, Lance at this point, I just, well, I mean, Daryl almost killed him, almost. Which I mean, the look on his face when he that was fantastic. You know, just knowing that like he just had half like his cheek blown open. But yeah, it just I just want the last part of this series to not be another drawn out battle that ends in a fucking kumbaya and people separating, going separate ways.
I could honestly, because people are still talking about the time jump.
Yeah.
If there is a time jump at the end, I think that we're gonna get like a Harry Potter-esque time jump at the end, where the last 3 minutes is kind of just a glimpse into the future.
Right. Which is fine. That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. That's
but
fine.
I don't want the last episode or 2 episodes to be a 20-year time jump.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, look at everything's all happy and hunky dory.
Yeah, Judith is married and RJ's got, I don't know, kids or some shit on that, whatever, or Judith has kids and RJ's getting married, like all this shit happening. Like, that would be good. Like a 3-minute look into the future, like.
To be almost like if you watch I Am Legend and you watch like the theatrical ending and like them like riding off into the sunset, you know what I mean?
YouTube.
No,
I'm just saying
I
we froze
know,
on
I
YouTube.
just fucking think that.
Oh, it's going.
There we go.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so if you watch like I Am Legend and you watch the theatrical ending and it's like, he sacrifices himself and then they're driving off into the sunset and they get to this community and everything just looks kind of better and happier and sunnier and whatever the fuck. I would be okay with that.
Yeah. I don't want no Dumbledore wand waved at me. Thank you very much.
Well, see, that's probably the first time you've ever said that.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave's saying that the Daryl Carol spinoff doesn't have a name yet.
No, I think what Dave said was that the Isle of the Dead is not only a Maggie Negan spinoff, but that will also be the show where it'll be Carol and Daryl too.
No, I think he's saying it's
okay.
it's not only. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's not only. It's the Daryl. Yeah, okay, I see. Well, I know they they did on Talking Dead. Lauren said that they're not going to be. I guess everyone's thinking, Maggie and Negan are going to be buddy now because this, she's trusting him and stuff. But she has said no, they're just going to be on a mission together. So whatever that mission is what's going to take them, because everyone's trying to figure out how they end up together and how they end up in Manhattan and all this stuff. But she had said something about it's going to be a mission that they go on together, but they're not going to be like pals or anything like that. So I don't know. I mean, that's not to say that Daryl and Carol wouldn't be in that one, but that's what she has said, regarding it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
A lot of fans also think that the Daryl and Carol spinoff was just a, kind of a, but they were lying about it just to throw people off and kind of thing, because there's been no development on it or anything like that.
Unless it was something they had planned originally, and then they said, you know what?
Then they decided not to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing a little Trojan horse at us.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I guess things that made a turn about in this episode, Pamela and Max's conversation, where you said, pretty sure that was the straw that broke the camel's back with
Max.
Yeah, with Max.
She was trying to give her one more chance.
Yeah, she really was.
To show that she had,
And scrapping the idea about taking the extra funds and using it for like college funds and stuff like that.
To help somebody,
For the underprivileged. And, even when Pamela turned around, she's like, oh, I always love your out of the box ideas. Like,
we're not going to use them, but I love your thinking.
It was like a very condescending statement to make.
Yes,
like, wait a minute.
exactly.
First of all, there's nothing out of the box about thinking about like a college fund
Other people,
for like, like that's not out of the box at all.
Yeah.
Well, especially for like a politician. Like, Like how good of an image would that be if she spun it like you know what, I was talking with one of my advisors, and when we decided that it would be a good idea, if the government of the Commonwealth established a scholarship fund for underprivileged youths to attend college.
Yep.
And there'll be it'll be like 5 sums of 10,000 each, for your choosing of what school you want to go to or whatever have you.
Yeah.
And there's a way to spin that to make it look like, oh, I'm for the people, and Pamela was just like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. I'm for my masquerade ball,
Nope.
bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to my dinner party now.
I'm
Thanks.
for the Halloween party. Like $50,000? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, and obviously we've talked about the divide between the Commonwealth with the people. You got in. Is there like a little thing brewing? Am I like between Lydia and Elijah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
think
got
so.
a thing for her, right?
Oh yeah.
I think so, yeah. Because when she was first talking about going to the Commonwealth outpost in the other episode, he was like, "But you'll be back, though, right?" So
And
yeah,
that was
I
one
think
where
so.
like
I think
Marco was like, dude.
Oh
And he
yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, oh,
He's like,
do you need an
yeah,
escort?
Right.
And she was like, no, why?
yeah.
Yeah, and then he helped her pick up the hatch to the wormhole in the
Yep.
ground. All right. Let me see. Hold on. What did I not agree with? Come on.
Oh, they're talking about the papers in Pamela's office about her being aware of all the missing people.
Just because there's papers in her office doesn't mean she's aware. How much
Yeah.
paperwork is in a politician's office, even in a post-apocalyptic world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Dave says they're coded and probably disguised as personnel allocations or something.
Pamela being aware about missing people. Pamela being aware about missing people. I mean, I think it's just below her to even care about. Like, yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's below her.
I mean, I hate to say it, but what does she care if one person goes missing from the Commonwealth?
Yeah. I mean,
That's one person you have to divert resources into. Honestly,
I don't think she honestly gives a damn.
As long as it's not one of her rich people, I don't know
Right,
that she cares. But
Yeah, exactly. Pi says Pamela knows. Pamela doesn't care. Pamela goes to fancy party.
yeah.
and Lucy, I definitely think Linda has a valid point that about that stuff being in there. I just personally think differently.
Yeah.
But we won't know until there's that final confrontation, and I think there will be a final confrontation between Pamela and Max.
Yeah.
Where Max confronts her about this stuff.
And see, Dave's on board with us. He says, I think she's clueless. 50K people, she's not concerned about day to day.
Yeah.
She's not. She could give two shits about anything.
I mean, if you think about it, even if 1,000 people out of that 50,000 went missing, you think that matters to her?
Yeah.
She could get a couple communities, and then all of a sudden she got that 1,000 people back.
Mm-hmm.
What'd she care?
Yeah. So, we'll figure out. I don't know what's going to end up with her. Either she's going to be killed during the uprising, or, I don't know. Maybe she'll be put to jail. Put her in the wormhole. Put her in the wormhole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, she'll start to care now with that paper they published. So that's gonna.
So yeah. Well, I mean, about the paper. I mean, obviously. So Max is in charge of stealing the file paperwork, and it looks like a drunken Sebastian walks in the room.
Always.
I mean,
he's always.
Drunken Sebastian walks in the room, and obviously he's just a belligerent little jerk off, and talking about why doesn't mommy love me and want to see me or whatever. Max obviously has the information like tucked into her coat, and it falls like. So like, do we think Max just thinks that she's working as usual? I mean, there's a certain look on his face where like he picks up the file with her. I don't know what kind of.
He's pretty
I don't know
observant.
what kind of
I
like.
wonder if he.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of look he got at the file, but he definitely looks at her kind of like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? like concerned, but curious. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely thought that Sebastian was going to get handsy with Max.
And she was gonna beat his ass.
I really thought so.
That'd be cool. I would like to see
Because
that.
and the reason I thought this, right, is because Pamela knows her son. She knows that he's a slime ball. And she's hinted as such, basically, that she understands that he's a shithead. And she even said, I don't know what I'd do without you, Max. So she clearly holds Max in some high regard. And so I almost would want to see that conflict of, like, Sebastian trying to get really physical with her against her consent and have her, like, just, like, completely deck him and, like, break his nose or something and then have him go running to his mom about it.
Right.
And then seeing Pamela be put in this awkward position between her assistant, essentially, assaulting her son, and the scandal that would be her son attempting to get physical with her secretary. Like how would that play out? You know what I mean? And I think that would have been a really good plot point.
Yeah. Lucy's saying he's a snake in the grass. Jealousy over Max and Mommy's relationship.
Yep.
Yeah. Pi says Sebastian's such an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Pamela has done a horrible job at a parent. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't even know how he was protected at the beginning of this. Like who like and then I guess that's kind of like something that I would be interested in seeing is like a side story about her and how she made it to where she is now with that little dumbass.
Maybe like a Tales of the Walking Dead.
Yeah, like I'd like to see that. This, how exactly did you two make it? Like how many people sacrificed their lives to keep you and your loser kid alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, the Barrington House scene was pretty cool.
Yep.
I mean, Maggie obviously she doesn't care about the building itself. She just cares about the people. In her words. So I mean, blowing up the Barrington House, not really blowing it up, but they did a pretty good job on it. Yep. Demolishing it. And which leads to Lance there stepping on Marco's brains later on. And I think it's a soldier that kicks Marco's body over.
Yeah.
It's not Lance himself. But I mean, it's when he goes to like, I think he goes to check in on the other crew, right? At that point is when he goes in, he goes to check in. He checks in at one point. I know he goes to check in with the crew. Oh, it's after the gunfight where he goes to check in with the crew and Daryl answers the radio. And I thought that was hysterical.
And he basically like nobody's home.
Yeah,
kind of thing. It's like
he's like he ain't
here no
more anymore or something.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
You could almost just picture Lance's butthole just puckering that. you could almost see the change in his face. Almost like he sucked on a tart lemon,
Lance has a toit, very toit butthole.
A toit sphincter.
A toit sphincter. Spinster. Oh God.
God, I love inside jokes.
Yeah. That was way back in the hospital days.
That was 2014.
2014. No, 2015.
15.
Yeah.
15.
Yep.
Jesus, 7 years ago.
Yeah. So, what? Dumb clench? Oh, bum clench. I was like,
Dumb clench?
I don't know. Dumb bum.
These are reading glasses?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Dave says something. Wait. Dave, don't say that. Wait. Don't say that save. Dave, don't say that save. I must have missed something.
Right here.
I think for a hot second, I felt bad for Sebastian. In a vacuum, not thinking about the world at large of our people. So, yeah, I don't know. Barrington House is what a human would just turn into a walker. Just put out his misery. Yeah, it's true. it's true. I mean, yeah, Maggie even said it. She didn't care about Hilltop or anything like that. She just cared about the people. So now that Leah's, we all knew that Leah was going to be on the hunt for Maggie in this episode. And I'm pretty sure we all, I mean, if you didn't know, you just haven't been paying attention at all. But I'm pretty sure we all knew that Leah was going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I know there's somebody out there who's very proud of themselves because she said she called it. She said that, I knew Leah was going to die and I knew Daryl was going to be one to kill her. And I was like, well, thanks, Captain Obvious. I think we all kind of knew how that was going to play out.
What are we talking about?
I'm not going to mention any names, Lucy. But I'm not going to mention any names. Lucy.
I'm glad you said that because if I had for the past 2 episodes, if I had a combined what really grinds my guts moment, it was Leah. I understand that she got away, and so she's a loose end that they had to tie up.
Yeah.
But the storyline of her tracking Maggie and trying to carry out this vendetta, and then Daryl killing Leah, the only purpose it served whatsoever was tying up the loose ends of what happened with that storyline with Pope and all them. Otherwise, Lance could have been the one to set the fires at Barrington. You could have completely done away with the conflict between Leah and Maggie. That was one of the stupidest fights I've ever seen in my entire life. That was kind of like a fight, and then it just served no purpose. And then here comes Daryl, the one-shot trick pony, and she's dead.
Yeah, anticlimactic.
I almost would have wished that there was some, maybe a pipe that was sticking out or something, and they're fighting, whatever, and Maggie just throws her, and she falls backwards, and her head just, and you see the pipe just come out of her forehead or something,
right?
And then she just sits there, and Maggie's like, you know what I mean?
Something
that would have been more suspenseful to me.
Yeah,
I mean, so predictable.
I would have.
That here comes Cowboy Daryl.
I would have loved that the fight just took place in the woods where they were. You're in the woods, you're popping shots at each other and everything. You both run out of ammo and you both go to your knives.
Yep.
And you have a good old hoedown in the middle of the woods, and start going at it.
Yep.
Kind of like Daryl Beta kind of thing. Where they fought with the knives and shit.
But I think Leah wanted to torture her, though. I think that was what the point was. So that was what she wanted her to suffer. So that was the point of it. But obviously she underestimated Maggie and did tie her up good enough, whatever and she got loose, But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. But so tying her up to a chair, she gets her hands free. And then I had to this one scene though. I told Ryan I had to watch it just to make sure that I was listening correctly to hear a proper, and I mean a proper, hi-ya as she kicked the gun, like a straight out of a 1980s kung fu movie, hi-ya,
What it reminded me of?
and kicked the gun. And I was just like, did I just see this happen? Did I just hear a hi-ya? Did I just hear a hi-ya? I was like, oh. I replayed it a few times just to see that and hear that. And I confirmed that I did hear a hi-ya.
I got 10 seconds on the commercial on YouTube. I can't play it because of copyright and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it's just, so, I mean, I just wish...
You ever watch Futurama?
Yeah. I just wish it would have went down differently than a kung fu kick in a seated position. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. Hi-ya!
All I saw was Leela from Futurama, who's voiced by the amazing Katie Seagal, and every episode that she kicks, she goes hi-ya! And that's all I pictured the entire time, and I'm crying from laughing.
So anyway, that amazing fight takes place where, look, I'm pretty sure Maggie was getting her ass handed to her like she should have.
Yep.
Because Leah is a trained killer, combat specialist. So if Maggie would have won that fight, it would have been like, you know. And Daryl did say that if I ever see you again, I'll kill you.
Mhm.
So he walks in on a scene where Maggie's getting her ass beat, she's pinned to the ground with a knife to her chest. So what's Daryl gonna do? He's gonna off Leah. No words spoken or anything like that. I did read in I read an article where they had asked Angela Kang about. I guess they shot that several different ways. There was a couple of different endings they had with that scene, and it actually came down to Norman, who made the decision on how to finish that. Like they actually went to Norman and were like, Norman, how do you want to finish this scene? And he basically said, he goes, well, the last time I saw her, I told her I was going to kill her, so I'm just going to kill her, and that's what he does.
I do have to say one thing that also really kind of was a grind my guts moment was the woods. Right, I know we're backtracking just
It's okay.
slightly,
We can do that.
but
Only here.
you see the walker, shambling through the woods, and then Maggie's got the knife, and she like grabs the walker by the head, and then just and stabs it, and then Maggie just kind of like cradles the walker. To lower the walker to the ground so that way you don't just hear a thud. And I understand that. She does that, but then she starts rustling the leaves. Like insane. I mean if you go back and listen to it, it was like and I'm like, yeah, she definitely didn't hear that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she carefully takes her knife real slow and puts it back in the sheath. Just like
And then you just hear her foot rustling the leaves, and I'm just like, okay. All right.
and I mean Maggie finds her first, like in the woods and everything, and it, there's little things we all know. I guess sometimes when I'm watching this, I'm watching it through like how I wish it would have went down kind of thing, and like I understand what I'm watching and what I'm seeing, and I know why they're doing it because these people need to be at the end game kind of thing. But at the same time in my mind, I'm like, this would have played out so much better, like well, at least to me, like this would have played out so much better if you just made this more life like like more real life kind of thing, it just, I don't know.
And Posner got a great point too. Walker sounds suddenly stopped. I'm sure it doesn't mean that the walker just died.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you hear him snarling and growling and stuff like that, all of a sudden you're nothing. I'd be like,
yeah,
all right. I don't know. You could very easily have taken the walker or just kept walking and the walker wouldn't be able to outwalk you. I don't know. There's a lot that I just didn't agree with in the woods scene, personally.
Yeah, hold on, I'm reading it, so I'm just catching up here. Daryl actually did something useful with a gun. He knew it was left from evidence he found at the camp. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
but
also
Daryl's
made it.
also a great tracker, too, though.
Yeah. Well, that Leah.
Leah.
When he found that, whatever the freak it was, what was that? It looked like a feather or some other shit tangled up into a knot.
Yeah.
Well, he saw all those traps she had set. And he knew. It
Was that from a trap? Is that what that was from? That was.
Well, no, like those spikes on the trees. That was the first because way back when he first met her, that was the first thing.
Yeah,
because
they're walking through
he knew someone was out there. But yeah, that little feather thing on the ground. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but just all those different things that he near her camp, and then that's why he.
Yeah, because I think you hear Aaron say like they're preparing for the walkers or something like that. They're like, or Gabe or somebody. One of those guys said looks like they're getting ready for them or whatever, and Daryl goes, it's not for them. Meaning it was it was for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, so that whole scene plays out, and here we go. This is what the timing. This is what grinds my guts about some of the things they do. Is that you have that whole altercation takes place. Daryl kills Leah, and no sooner does that happen. No soon. Wait, I'm all confused. As soon as that happens, who shows up with the troops and starts shooting up the cabin? Here's Lance and his do-gooders right behind him. Weren't these guys just knee deep in the shit of the woods at another site? You know, and like all of a sudden they're right on your tail.
That's part of the problem.
It's like watching a bad Jason movie. They're just there no matter how fast you run.
That's part of the problem with Walking Dead too. It's very hard.
It's supposed to be this vast landscape.
Distances.
Yeah.
It's very hard to gauge distances.
Yeah, like they do a piss poor job of like really like kind of like I guess letting us know like maybe how small the area is.
Yeah.
Maybe we think it's a lot bigger than it is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And where the hell's Dog?
Yeah.
Anybody know where Dog is? Renee, do you
That's
know?
the one I really care
do you know
about.
where Dog is, Renee?
Well, we saw he was in the Commonwealth because he was in the apartment with RJ and Judith and Daryl. So I mean, I guess that they're keeping him
He's
inside.
just chilling at the Commonwealth. Daryl doesn't bring him.
I guess maybe Zeke has him at the vet clinic with him or something.
Okay.
That's another thing that's kind of got me like, I wonder how they're going to go in this direction. But towards the the end of the episode, we see a gunfight break out. Right, it was the end of the episode with Daryl and no, not Daryl. Was it Daryl or Aaron that shot at Lance?
No, it's Daryl.
It was Daryl. And so it's like, okay, like I understand why he did it, but how's that going to play out with Judith and RJ being at the Commonwealth still?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Carol's still there to protect
True.
them. She's been watching. I mean, she took them to school. That we saw her with them at school and stuff. So, I think Carol's capable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I mean, it is weird how. I mean, because Daryl can't go back. I mean, Daryl, Aaron, and Gabe can't go back to Commonwealth. You know.
And Daryl's the main caretaker for RJ and Judith. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he can go back, but he's not going to be welcome, I guess.
Yeah. I want to go. So
unless he proves to Pamela that Lance is going behind her back.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to finish up on the thought where we were just having with the time and distance.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lance is able to close in on him, right? Mm-hmm. They shoot up the cabin. He's now in the cabin, and then they go to where now Daryl, Aaron, Gabe, and Maggie are all walking in a field, meeting up with Lydia, Negan, Annie, and the rest of the crew. Where's Lance and the guys that were just behind him? Where are they?
Yeah.
Did they just get to the cabin and go, well, I guess it's our check-in point. We're not going any further, guys.
Oh, hit the magical force field.
That's it. We cannot go any further. I want to scour the cabin. And I want to go under it, through it,
I want
on
to make
top
sure
of
no
it.
one stayed behind.
They were right behind them.
Yep.
How are we safe right now? Like, how are we safe? How did we get from, like, do we...
Maybe they ran a little bit. Maybe Daryl and them ran for a little while.
How fast do you...
Yeah. No, I don't know, because I don't understand how... like with River Bend or whatever, like that giant freaking apartment building in the middle of the woods.
Right.
How is that so close to Hilltop and we've never known that's there?
Yeah.
You know. So no, I agree. It's very strange how the distances are. So I agree.
It's just kind of like you guys were just being chased. Come on, what happened? Now you're walking in slow motion through the forest.
Well, maybe the Commonwealth soldiers, maybe they can't run very fast. Those uniforms are really heavy.
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it would chafe too much if they ran, you know.
Yeah, I just it's just
the amount of friction in those leggings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they look like leggings. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I know.
I want to know why Daryl's fit's so weird. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl's does not fit right, and it really bugs me. I'm glad he doesn't wear it because it looks ridiculous.
So, this goes back to my days of English lit in college. But when I saw that, all I could think about was the fact that it was symbolism with the fact that he never truly fit into that role, despite the fact that he tried.
Oh, okay. So the uniform didn't fit right. Wasn't part of his.
Yeah.
Didn't fit as part of the person that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Interesting. I like that, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's how I always kind of felt that it was. That's why it looked like a kid wearing a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was the last one his parents could find at Party City. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That's
I know,
wrong side.
I know what I'm
Freaking
going to be
hell.
for Halloween. You know what I
You
mean? Definitely not one of them. So we then get to where Pamela finds out about the article that was written. She takes it and dumps it on Max's desk, and she just kind of has this look on her face like, "Oh fuck," like, "Uh oh."
Yeah.
I didn't really get to see what was on the newspaper. I know
It just said Pamela Milton
Lying-
about
lines.
lies. It's lying to you, I think it
Okay.
said. That's all I saw.
yeah.
I did.
So the question is, how much has Pamela inferred from that article?
Right.
Has she started to
Right.
suspect Max, or did she bring that to Max to be like, "I need your help"?
Yeah, and I think it's going
Yeah.
to be I need your help.
I think so, because I think Max is one of the only people that Pamela truly trusts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wish Halloween con. Yes, it is the Wish Halloween con. That's the Stormtrooper Wish version.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I mean, does anyone else think it's kind of like far-fetched that you know who Connie was and what she did in her past, and yet she comes to the Commonwealth and you give her the exact same fucking job that screwed you over the very first time?
Well, but maybe not the people assigning the job. I mean, Pamela doesn't assign the jobs. It's, Mercer and those, they may not have known, they just assign them. They ask you, what did you do before?
Right.
And then they assign you something similar to that.
Right.
So Pamela's not in charge of that. And maybe Mercer and the other auditors didn't know that she was the one who did that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, but don't you think she has the power to be like, why is this woman doing this?
Again, I don't think Pamela is one that pays attention to that stuff. Just like we've said,
Yeah.
that's beneath her to assign jobs to people.
Well, then they
And-
didn't do a very good job of vetting her because they should have knew her background.
Yeah. I'm just,
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's going to be a lot of people. Some people think, I don't think she's onto Max. I think she's going to go to Max as like, help me.
Like
I
a
think she
confidant.
thinks Max is very loyal to
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
So Lance has now gone and put the Commonwealth flag on
Everywhere.
on all three communities.
And not only did he put it on the walls of Alexandria, if you notice where it says "Welcome to Alexandria," he put the banner over top of
Yep.
"Welcome to Alexandria."
Yeah, and you have the not stormtroopers at the gates walls, and then the Oceanside. I mean, like as we were mentioned earlier, like they line up everybody. He's got his coin. He's flipping his
It's President Milton coin.
President Milton coin. Yeah. And there's people there's you don't see our people in the lineup, so kind of wondering where they're at in that whole situation. So, and it's a buffalo too, buffalo in the back, right? Buffalo, what is that? Buffalo, I don't even know what kind of coin that was. It said United States on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna have a battle. We're gonna have a war. I can only imagine it's gonna involve the people that are on that list, who's ever still alive on that list.
Yep.
All our people, and whoever they can recruit against Lance in the Commonwealth. I mean, I don't even think Pamela is going to be part of this war because she doesn't even know what Lance is doing. He's got her in the dark 100% on everything that's going on the outside.
Yep.
I think she's going to have her hands full with the uprising.
Yeah. So
Because that's if you look at like the the teaser that they showed, the people they're in the streets with picket signs and all that kind of stuff. So she's going to be dealing with that.
But that's the thing. She's not one, like, where the hell is this guy? Where's Lance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, she knows what a pain in the ass he is, and she's not keeping better tabs on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Plus, he has his little secret force there. You know, where's fake Stephanie?
Oh, you mean the Power Rangers?
Where's fake?
They're actually there. There's a sneak peek, and they show up.
They do.
So yeah, they're walking in the street. Her and then that I forget what his was he Roman
Fake
or
plumber?
Yeah, the plumber. Yeah, I can't remember what his name was. But yeah, they're in the street and they're walking through the streets as Carol's watching them.
Oh, okay. So someone's got to get to Lance and let him know what's going on. As far as
And we don't know. Was how soon did those banners go up? Was there another time jump in there? We don't.
Yeah.
And they've just been doing like some little 30-day jumps. There could even in 30 days, he could have gone back to Pamela and done some, his schmoozing and lying and everything else he does to make it happen. So.
Yeah. I mean, right now, so like, let's take a little. Hey, I just saw Zaina was here. Hey, what's up, Zay? She's in. She's on Facebook right now. She's
here too.
Oh, is she in YouTube too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see she popped in.
Yeah, she popped in. So Linda says, I know I'm not going to like the end of The Walking Dead. I'm like 50-50 right now.
I think I'll like it, but I think that the contention is, will we be satisfied with the ending? Because the satisfaction and liking are two very different things.
Right. I'm
Greg Nicotero says you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? He hasn't steered us wrong so far. Overall,
I don't know. It's really like I obviously it's going to be bittersweet for all of us, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Bittersweet is probably going to be just the overall definition of how everyone feels. I was really, really liking these episodes. I really was. I was into them. They were good. They had a good pace. I liked what was going on. And honestly, like, everything in this episode, like I said, it was like just the final 5 minutes is all that really meant anything to me, because you saw Lance taking over the other communities, and you saw what was going to happen with with going on at the Commonwealth with the paper and everything that was being put out.
Yep.
And it just, that this war is gonna take place, and I just don't. That's the thing. I just don't know if I'm like in it for another one. I was.
Well, I liked the episode overall. I thought it was really good, and I liked. I really liked it, and I didn't have. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, and I think a lot of times you guys just look at things differently than I look at them, but. I liked it, and I just think it's building towards something really good, and I think it's I think the last 8 are going to be really well done.
Yeah.
And I could just be wishful thinking, but I'm hopeful, I guess.
I'm hopeful too. Like, I would love nothing more than these final 8 episodes to blow our freaking minds.
Yeah.
For us to finally sit here and be like silenced. Like, we shut you fuckers up finally, kind of thing. And I would love that more than anything, to sit here and just be like, I have nothing to say.
Well, especially because realistically speaking, we're gonna have to wait 4, maybe 5 months.
Like late August.
No, it'll be October.
Oh, October.
Because AMC has announced a live fan event in November for the finale. So if they're going to do the finale in November, they're probably going to start the first Sunday in October.
I still think they should have aired the series finale. I still think they should have aired it on Halloween.
Well, Halloween's on a Monday, but that Sunday
That's
before,
what I mean.
that's what I wish they would have done. But they've already announced this fan event for November. They don't say what day in November, but in order to time that out, you'd have to start,
like last
late
week, September. September, like second to last week of September.
But yeah, I think, so it'll be later than what we were hoping.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because if the fan event is planned for November, depending on the weekend in November.
Yeah, they haven't announced which weekend, but yeah, depending on when that, I mean, you're looking at September, October. So
Lucy's saying she got told August.
Well, Lucy, you got told
No.
wrong.
yeah, AMC announced that fan event midweek last week.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 Sundays in October.
So yeah, I would say it could even be
if they kick
late
it off,
September.
let's say the 25th of September,
Mhm.
then we're looking at ending the 13th of November.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
13th of November. No,
I was like, wait, I'm like thinking, I'm like,
it's the 13th, yeah. Like a 13th, you know, like.
I was trying to think that November 13th had a special meaning.
No, it's just
Oh,
the 13.
I was
It's just an unlucky number.
That's what I was
13.
thought. I'm like,
Oh.
what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
because
just
they'll have it ahead of Thanksgiving weekend
Yeah.
and things like that. So yeah, but if they're gonna, I mean, if they're gonna have this big fan event finale thing, you know, and like I said, they just said November. They didn't say which date in November.
Right.
So
one thing. I mean, so the series should kick off either the 18th or the 25th of September at that point.
It is
So,
true.
yeah.
Lucy does always know stuff that she
Mhm.
probably shouldn't know, but she does know. She's a smart cookie, so who knows?
I wish it would be August. That would be great.
Yeah, and don't worry, Pi. We will have plenty of stuff to talk about with you guys.
Well, we got Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead runs through June.
Mm-hmm.
So then Tales of the Walking Dead should start soon after that, and that's only 6 episodes, but that gets us closer anyway. So
Plus, we have some guests possibly that are lined up.
Yep.
And
Yeah, do we have a guest announcement for next week?
for Monday, yes.
For Monday, we have a guest announcement.
well, Renee, I think that it is only fair if you do the honors because you're the one who did the legwork on that.
That's true. You did.
So everyone, I know not everyone has AMC, but there's or AMC Plus, excuse me. They have the Fear the Walking Dead spinoff that's called Dead in the Water. So it's based on the submarine, the USS Pennsylvania, that was first featured in season 6. So there is the spin-off series, and so we are going to have one of the actors from that series. His name is Jay Gutierrez. He's going to be on Monday night, so try to watch that episode before Monday so we can talk about that with him. So
Okay.
it'll be exciting to have someone that was actually in the series. So it was, I watched it and I liked it. It's interesting. I'm going to watch it again to catch some other things. So I had, some things I was like, wait a minute, how did that happen after, you kind of get through it. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Nick Stahl, who played Riley, he reprises his role in this. And so
Very cool.
everybody try to watch it and then we'll have him on to discuss it.
That'll be very cool for next week.
And he's been in a lot of other things too. So, Linda, you can look him up, and I'm sure you can have some questions for him.
I have faith that Linda and Pi will.
They'll do some digging.
They will make 6 hours of questions, and I love it, and I appreciate it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more questions you guys ask, the less talking we gotta do.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's always nice.
Yeah.
So we will have a guest Monday, and obviously, I think there's a way. Can I say this? Is there a way for us to?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're about to say. Are you about to volunteer me to do something I don't know how to do?
No. Is there a way for people who don't have access to being able to see what we're going to be talking about next week? Like, is there?
Okay, everyone, message Linda if you have a question. I will. Linda has ways.
Okay. So
Linda, check your Twitter.
So
I'm gonna send you a message.
If there's people out there who don't have access to that certain thing, check your local neighborhood Francine person from France, Linda. Francine person. Frenchie. I meant to say Frenchie. Check with your local French person, Linda.
Francine.
I meant Frenchie. And Linda will be able to possibly help you out with being able to watch what we're going to talk about next week. Did that make sense?
No. Not at all. You've completely lost me.
Great day.
All right. Well, can't all be
I
as,
was quite worried about a stroke for a second.
can't all be as perfect as you, Ryan. I'm sorry.
I'm far from perfect.
No.
Pretty damn amazing, but I'm far from perfect.
It's okay. It's all good.
You don't have to feel like you're inferior to me.
No, we're good. That's
You're
okay.
not inferior in any way, Chris.
In other news, we're trying to find flights to the event in May. So
Tippy, French tickle.
French tickle. Yeah. Oh, and I saw Karen pop in, and then who was the other small town something? Small town girl. I don't know.
I'm not sure who that is, but
I saw
welcome.
Karen. Hi, Karen. We love you. Small town girl. Oh God, Jesus, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Please tell us who you are.
Yeah.
Since
Small
if you're
town
like
girl,
the
reach
first,
out to us, say hi.
yeah, if you're a first timer, let us know.
And Linda, oh, I see Linda. Okay, so the Big Fan event, it's something that AMC is doing. I think it's going to be in Los Angeles. I don't know.
It usually is.
Yeah, they haven't said much about it. They just said that there's going to be some big final event, something. So I don't know. It's final episode event is what it was. Just kind of a little blurb that they sent out. It wasn't any information. So yeah. Oh, and Steph just popped on. I missed her too. Hello.
Hey, Steph. Sorry, Pi. I did not mean that. I'm sorry for everybody's ears. I just popped them. I hit the microphone by accident. So yeah, and funny stuff.
You good?
Yeah, just funny stuff on my funny stuff.
Hi, Patience from Minnesota.
Patience.
Well, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the show.
I'm Patience from Minnesota. I love the accent that comes out of Minnesota and like the North Dakota area. I like Fargo. I love that. I've always been like a big fan of that. Like sometimes I'll just put on Fargo just to hear that lady talk for like 5 minutes and then I'll turn it off. I don't know what it is, but I make Gabby do it all the time. I have her talk because she can do it. She can do it. She can do the Fargo.
Really?
Yeah, Fargo.
Fargo.
It's kind of like a Canadian Fargo. Don't you know? Don't you know?
I can't say that I've ever really heard a true Minnesota accent.
So, Patience, how'd you hold on? I'm very curious now. Patience, how did you find us? How did you come across our podcast? Were you told by a friend?
We're very excited because we
like
don't have many people come from the outside.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have you.
The long O. Yes, that's what it is. The long O. So
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, how did you Chris, you have Jamaican twang. I do have an extensive history hanging out with Jamaicans, so that does happen. It just happens. Don't scare away. I'm not trying to scare away. I'm like we're like super excited right now. Like we have like a new person just joined our group. And she thinks we're a great podcast. So I mean, hey.
And we think she's a great.
All my relatives speak like Fargo. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay, but yeah, thanks for coming. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. See that?
See that? So you said you were gonna do it in the middle, but you didn't.
I didn't get. We were really going. We were going. We were flowing.
On a roll.
Yeah, we were doing good. So
we had a couple grind my guts sections today.
Yeah,
so that was took up a lot.
Lucy says, "Hello, newcomer. Do I know you? Yay, new girl. I'm just a huge TWD fan and found your podcast randomly on YouTube. Maybe.
Very cool.
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
That is awesome. Well, if you love The Walking Dead, and you look at our channel, you can see that we've had actors on from the show. If you want to go and see some of our interviews that we've had with some pretty good people, I would say.
Yeah.
Seth Gilliam, Xander Berkeley, Peter Zimmerman, God, Jesus, we've had so many people on. Cooper Andrews,
Jason Warner-Smith, Joshua Michael,
Lindsay Register.
Yep.
I mean, we've had a slew of people on. So if you want to ever go and check some of those interviews out, feel free, have fun. You know, you can actually listen to us on was it Spotify?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find us on Spotify. So that way, if you're driving in your car or you're just hanging out doing some chores at the house and you don't have to worry about having YouTube open the whole time, you can find us on Spotify, and you can like listen to all our previous stuff with the actors that we've had on while you're doing the dishes, doing the laundry. Maybe you're vacuuming that day. Well, vacuuming wouldn't work out unless you had an earbud.
I don't know what the correct word for this, and I don't know if this is a form of I don't know what the correct word is of like pretentious, but like I'll listen to our podcasts like in my car. I'm driving to work and I'll listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll listen to it for two reasons, right? I listen to it from a technical end because I want to make sure that it sounds okay. Like I want to make sure that I know for the most part.
Oh please, you guys fine.
Thanks, X-Men.
Vote of confidence from the child.
Yeah, right.
On the chair.
But like I know if there's like a technical issue, most of you guys you'll say something. You yell at me somehow. You'll let me know. I know. But I also like listen to it just because I'm like I want to make sure that we're delivering quality content to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to make sure that what we're doing is right by you guys and that like it sounds good. And so I don't know. It's weird. I listen to us talk. As weird as that sounds, I listen to our podcast all the time.
Yeah, I'll do it too, just to make sure like we don't have any kind of like technical shit going on. Because sometimes I'll get a message from somebody like Twitter or whatever. It'll be like, "Hey, by the way," like I know Tiffy hit us up the one time. She was like, she heard you or me say something at the very end of our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, no. I was like, it was nothing. It was just, it had something to do with ending the stream on time or something. Yeah. But she was like, hey, by the way, just in case, I heard you say this or something.
Yeah, Lucy, just trying to slide into those DMs.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
I think I watched a live feed of yours from Sonoy 2-3 years ago.
That was us.
Yeah. That was definitely us. Yeah.
Lucy, how are you gonna sit there and acknowledge me in the chat but not answer me?
What happened? What happened?
She's like, Pookie's messaging me on the side. Moist Maker Ryan. Lady, you didn't even read my comment, so how did you know this?
Yeah, Tiffy. So this is where we're gonna scare patience away.
Patience. I hope you have a lot of patience.
Patience. If you've been able to keep track of this chat, you're gonna see and read a lot of things that might have you scratching your head. First of all, Ryan is Pookie.
That's me.
Renee is Ace Face, and I'm Hot Balls. Obviously, there's reasons for all this.
I gotta cue this up. I gotta go back and find that Halloween video.
You can't. It cuts off. It's not there. I've tried. I think Renee. I think one time I went to go back and find that. It was for Carrie. I think it was for Carrie, right? When she was doing, because there was a Halloween. She asked me about my favorite Halloween costume. Right after we had that podcast, I went to go look.
Yes, and it was cut.
It's not there. The Hot Balls isn't there.
I thought Linda or somebody had it.
Maybe somebody does have it. I don't. But you can't go. I've tried. I went back and watched that very end, and it cuts. You could. I think you only had the. I think only the people listening live that night were able to hear me say, "I'm so happy to take this costumes off because my balls are hot."
And we're so glad we stayed on for that.
Yeah, because
seconds.
literally, no sooner did the podcast end.
Oh man,
Twitter blew up like you would not believe. My phone was going off. I'm like, what's going on right now?
that was when you were dressed up as Ant-Man, right?
No, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. You were Star-Lord, and I was Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, yeah.
Scarecrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, memories, man. Oof. But now we have it down
Come a long
pretty
way.
good. We have it down pretty good where we don't have any of that after stuff happen anymore.
Tiffy.
Well, we let the music play,
Yeah.
so that helps us.
We let the music play, and then we kind of
Fade off into the sunset.
offset all the stuff that could be said off camera.
Tiffy, that is one of my favorite memories from our podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Tiffy had her baby gender reveal. Man, we've done a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, we have.
Wow. It wasn't too long ago. Remember we were talking about the traveling Pookie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Renee found traveling Pookie. Did we talk about this on the podcast
We did,
at all?
yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I packed him up. He's gonna come to Sonoy with me.
Yeah. So
I need him on stage with me.
traveling Pookie is gonna be with us on stage. That'd be amazing.
Yep. Who
Yep.
can forget Pound Mary?
We're gonna have
Oh
to
yes,
get
Tom
like
Mary.
we're gonna have to get a little microphone stand, like a little toy microphone stand to put next to him.
Can you do
I
the hand
probably
gesture
have a
again for
Barbie
me?
one and enjoys Barbie
little-
stuff.
Little toy microphone stand. Ah, good stuff. You had me at the beginning of the show too. Linda, I know. Linda already said she's gonna have that queued up as a gift.
Oh, thank
so
God.
it's all over. I had my broken arm souvenir. What you got? Oh man, your broken arm, Lindy. Damn.
Traveling Pookie is probably one of my favorite memories that come out of this podcast.
Yeah, yeah. If we make traveling hot balls, let's not. Let's just steer clear of anything to do with traveling with hot balls.
It's Proud Mary, dickhead.
Yeah. Oh man, we've had some really good stuff on here. We really have. It's been like 6 years of some really funny shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just good memories. Like really good like now I want to go back and I want to find Tiffy's gender reveal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And I mean, even just Walking Dead in general is just giving me some really good memories. I mean, not even just the podcast, you know, just in general, the Walking Dead as a whole is just giving me some really good memories. And, you know, we talked about this in Xander's podcast, but when I had my seizure back in, Atlanta back in 2018, and, that was scary, not knowing what was going on in the situation, and I kept confused. And then to have Xander come over, puts his hand on my shoulders, and says, "If you wanted my autograph, buddy, all I had to do was ask."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it's just like that one thing that I was just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I feel like shit, but oh my God,
Yeah, Tiffy being an OG that she is. I remember when
Yeah.
you did Zombie Survival before The Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a laptop and a microphone.
Yeah.
And we used audio what's that? Audio something.
It was
Audacity. Yeah, we used Audacity. And we were literally just talk about being able to how to survive.
Yep. And if you remember, me coming on the show was the ghost hunting.
Yep.
And also my Walking Dead conspiracy theories.
Yep.
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 Yeah, the reveal was with Boondock Saints and David Rocco. Okay. So that'll be easy to find. We're just gonna find David Rocco's
Oh yeah.
David Rocco's podcast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yes, Patience did get us into a spin down memory lane, Pie. Very, very well put. That is awesome. I love what I got very amped up just now
I could tell.
having someone new like just pop in. And how did they
Yeah.
find us? I'm just a fan and I found you guys. So now if Patience knows other fans,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And Patience is like, hey guys, guess what? This crew is pretty funny. And they might even know a few things about the show because I think we do.
Yeah.
And then we have like our excellent background with all the people we've interviewed. She's gonna be like, check these mofos out. So yeah. That's awesome. I'm excited.
I am.
That just actually, let me tell you something. I had a really shitty Monday. Today was like a spiraling shit ball.
Yeah.
Okay, for me personally,
A flaming shitball.
it was I don't even wanna not. It's in the past.
Yep.
But yeah, this just turned my Monday around.
Yeah, you've had a
Just
few
really.
days of dead.
Yes, I have. Thank you, young one.
Tiffy, Steve Coulter is another one. That was hysterical.
Yeah.
Especially, I think Steve's wife's name is Mary,
Yeah.
or his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure which one it was, is Mary, I think. And right in the middle of the podcast, we asked him what he thought about pie, because that's what we do, with pie being here. Hey, Mary, what do you think about pie? And just without skipping a beat, I love pie. And it was just the funniest fucking thing I've ever, I don't know why.
We should reach out to Steven because he's been in a couple of things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He's been in he was a professor. He was just a professor in a show. What?
Yeah.
Oh God, college professor.
Because I just saw him.
Somebody help me out. Stephen Coulter was just in a show, like real recent, where he plays a college professor. He's in a few
I just
episodes.
saw him.
He's in a few episodes of this TV show. I know someone's gonna know. God, what was it? It wasn't Yellowstone, was it? Was he in Yellowstone? As like a professor?
No.
I think he was. I think he was a professor in Yellowstone where, if anybody follows Yellowstone.
Yes, he was. Yes,
Yes.
he was. He was Mel Thompson.
Yes.
Yes.
College professor in Yellowstone. He was in a
Yep.
few episodes. And that was very recent. That was last season for them, season 4, that he was in. So maybe we'll reach out to Steven and see if we can get him back because, wow.
Plus, I think
Yeah, because he's got,
I think even Steve's daughter is an actress too,
Yeah.
right?
As far as I know,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, maybe
And
we'll
he's
reach out
got
to
some-
Steve. We'll see what he's up to. Would love to
Yeah,
have
and
him
he's got
back
some
on.
new stuff coming out too that he's working on or completed and things like that too. So, yeah.
That'd be very cool. That was a good podcast.
Yeah, Linda. So are you saying you didn't watch last season of Yellowstone? Are you mad at me that it was like it's all in caps and she yelling at me? If it was last season, I didn't watch it. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. If I just ruined something for you.
Oh, you're really now.
Oh man. I'm sorry, Linda. So he probably might play a part as like a guy who works at a
No,
college.
don't even try. Don't insult her like that.
All right. I was trying to make up for it. I know. She said it's okay. I know. I obviously I didn't know how many people here watched Yellowstone, but I'm a huge. I mean, I know Renee's huge on Yellowstone. I'm huge on Yellowstone. Are you huge on
I
Yellowstone?
haven't watched it yet.
Dude.
See, now
What
you
are
can
you
get
waiting
look. Even Renee's yelling at you. She went, dude.
Shouldn't yell at me.
She went, dude.
Not the way Linda yelled at you in caps lock.
Whatever. Caps lock. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he just has like a small reoccurring role. I think it's like 2 or 3 appearances.
Three
Three
episodes, I
episodes.
think.
So yeah. But I mean,
But-
you know, it was good just to see him. As soon as he popped on screen,
Yeah.
it went, Steve. I know you.
You love pie.
Oh yeah, and
I have
Tiffy
photos
talked
with
about
you, Steve. You know, like.
Yeah, right.
Tiffy said The Conjuring. He's always in the Conjuring movies too.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, he's always the father. Father, what? I can't think of his name.
to check that
Yeah,
out too.
he's the priest
Oh, okay. In the
Father
Conjuring,
in the Conjuring
Oh, yeah.
movies. Yeah.
Father Coulter.
And,
Father Coulter.
All right, everybody. I think
Gordon.
we're gonna. Did you have something?
I know I just said Father Gordon. I had to
Oh,
look
Gordon.
it up.
Oh, okay.
Father Gordon because it was driving me crazy.
Did Steve eat pie in Yellowstone?
All right, we're gonna
Alright,
move past that one. Pie.
All right, bye. Okay. We're gonna skip on by that one. Thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, she was at. Wait. Yeah, she was at the first.
His daughter.
Oh, his daughter. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was at the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was at one of
Yes,
them. Yep.
you're correct. So yeah, everybody, thank you for being here. Don't forget to come back next week because we're gonna have our special guest from AMC's
Dead
Fear
in
the
the
Walking
Water.
Dead, the
Dead in the water.
Dead in the Water, the submarine story. And we'll have our special guest on from that. So if you have the ability to watch it, go watch it. If you don't have the ability to watch it, talk to Linda. That's what I've been told to pass along. So yeah.
Accurate.
This was fun. Thanks again. Thank you for being here. This, you have no idea. This is literally, you turned my whole Monday around. So thank you, patience. You've instilled patience into my Monday. I'm doing much better now. Once again, guys, we love you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to
Thanks,
like,
guys.
subscribe, and hit that notification if you want to know what's going on. And yeah, we'll stay in touch, and we will see you Monday.
Yes.
Good?
Good.
Say goodbye, Ryan.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Bye, Renee.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's Peter Z up on the mic. Whoa. Hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry and subscribe and like if you can, please, or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.